Hi students, today we will discuss the topic Kirchhoff's law, series parallel circuit and voltage and current division. So before we are going for the new topic, we will revise the important topics from the last lecture. What that is a dependent source. This is the analogy for the voltage. This is the analogy for the current dependent source. Actually, what do you mean by dependent source? This is the element in the network which will be dependent on the voltage or current in the network. It is consists of four types. One is a voltage control voltage source, voltage control current source, current control current source, current control voltage source. See, when you have an arrow, that is a current. When you have a plus or minus, that is a voltage. Be clear with this. Okay. Now we will go for today topic. The today topic is, we will see what you mean by branch, what you mean by node, what you mean by loop, and what you mean by mesh. What do you mean by branch? Branch is the representation of the single element, that may be one voltage source or one current source or some resistors. That is the concept of branch. What do you mean by node? Node is nothing but than two or more elements meeting at a particular point is said to be a node. What is a loop? Loop is nothing but it is a closed path in the network. What do you mean by mesh? Mesh is a loop which does not contain any other loop in the circuit. See, now we will see very important topic. What do you mean by series and parallel? Okay, I will take the screen. See, when you go for the series, your representation will be like this. Okay, you consider this is one resistor. Okay, so another resistance will be connected like this. This is a concept of series. What is the concept? One end of the resistor connected to the another end of the resistor. Here the voltage will be varying for each resistor. Okay, you should understand this. But the current which is across this will be constant. Okay, that is very important. Now we go for parallel. See, when you go for a parallel, see, both the elements are connected to the same resistor. Here the current will be changing. Okay, current will be changing. Okay, but voltage is same. Okay, that is a concept of series and parallel. So when you go to the problem, we will see more. Okay, see, another important concept is network topology. This is a formula to find the number of branches in the topology. B equal to L plus N minus 1. What is the L actually? Number of independent loops. N is number of nodes minus 1. See, now we will go to the problem. See, here the given problem is asking to find number of branches, nodes and loops. First we will find number of branches. What is actually branch? That is the individual element. That individual element may be any source. It may be a current source or voltage source or any resistor. So when you look at the circuit, how many branches we can find? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So that is a 5 branches. Now go to the node. See, the two or more element meeting at the particular point. This one node. So this is a node 2. This is a node 3. Okay. How many loops you can find? 1, 2 and 3. Okay. As I said before, now the loops is number of independent loops in the network. Okay. I hope you understood. Okay. When you go for the next problem, you will be understanding more. Okay, now you find how many branches, number of nodes and loops in the circuit. First, you say number of branches. This is one branch. This is another branch. This is third. This is fourth. This is five. Okay, we will say nodes. Two or more element meeting at the particular point. This is node number one. This is node number two. This is node number three. Okay, number of loops. This is one loop. This is another loop. And this is third loop. Okay, this is the concept of finding the loops, branch and nodes. Now come to this practice problem. See, I will just give the hint. See, you can find this is one branch, this is one branch, this is one branch, this is one branch. Totally now 4 branch. You find the nodes. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can ask in the next session. Okay, now go for this. See, number of branches 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Totally you have 5 branches. Okay, node you can find yourself. See, now we are going for a very important topic, that is a Kirchhoff voltage law. What do you mean by Kirchhoff voltage law? It is algebraic sum of the all voltage around the closed path or loop is 0. Consider here, this is a source, this is a drop. I can say drop equal to rise. Here important to assume the polarity, which is current entering to the resistor, that is passive elements. In the circuit theory, you can take any polarity. Either you can take a starting end or you can take the ending end. So I will suggest you to take the starting end, because in our subject we are going to solve all the problem with the assuming that the current is entering at the starting end. Okay, I'll explain this equation, how the polarity comes here. See, it is assumed to be in the clockwise. See, this direction also, it is up to you whether you can take a clockwise or anti-clockwise. It's up to your assumption. So you can follow the clockwise. See, the voltage, that is a voltage. First it is entering at a minus, so minus. Next, here it is entering at a plus, plus. Here entering at a plus, entering at a plus. Again it is entering at a minus, minus. Again it is entering at a plus, so plus. So this is a procedure to write the KVL equation. So we will go for the KCL. What do you mean by KCL? It is an algebraic sum of the current entering to the node is 0. Like, see, the I1 is entering, I3 is entering, I4 is entering. Which are the current which is leaving from the node? I4, I2 and I4 are leaving. So how you can write I1 plus I3 plus I4 equal to I2 plus I5. Okay, so this is the equation you got. See, actually these 3 currents are entering, right? These 2 currents are leaving. Okay, when we go for the problem, we will be having more doubts. We will see that. Okay, this is the first problem given for you. See, the direction you have to assume by yourself. First, you consider the polarity, because it is not given us. So consider polarity plus minus and plus minus. Now you apply the KVL. So first it is entering to the minus, right? Minus. Then it is entering to the plus, right? So plus. Then it entering to the plus, right? Is plus. Then it is entering to the plus, right? It is plus. So now you got the equation. See, this is a drop. That is, you have to apply the Ohm's law to find the drop. What is the equation for Ohm's law? V equal to IR. Okay. Here R is given. Current is unknown. So that's why you are considering the loop I. So by this equation we are writing I into R. Here R is 4, I is capital I. So that's why you got like this. When you solve this equation, 10I equal to minus 2. I equal to minus 0.2 amps. Here minus is missing. So please consider here. Okay. So minus 2 amps. Okay. So now we'll go for this problem. Here they are asking to find what is the V1 and V2. Okay. First we will consider the current direction. It is in clockwise direction. See, first we will find what is a drop. See, this is a drop here and this is a drop here. See, V1 is 2 into I. 2 into I. Okay. Here V2 equal to minus 3I because it is starting in the minus. So that's why you got the minus here. See, now you go for the KVL equation. It is starting at the minus. So minus 20. It is starting at the plus. So plus. It is starting at the minus. So minus. So you got the equation. See, now you substitute what is the V1 and V2. Okay, V1 is nothing but a 2I and V2 is nothing but a minus 3I. Already you have a minus in the equation. So minus minus it will become plus. So minus 20 plus 2I plus 3I, that is after solving we will get 5I equal to 20. That is I equal to 4 amps. So they are asking to find what is the V1 and V2, right? So substitute here 2 into I, that is a 4, 8 voltage. Here 3 into 4, 12. It is minus is given, okay? That is a starting in this minus. So minus 12 voltage. Okay. I hope you understood. We'll go for next problem. See, here the minus is hidden. Okay, just you consider. Okay. See, now I am applying a KVL. See, minus first 10. Then it is entering at the plus. This plus. It is entering at a minus. So minus. It is entering at a minus. So minus. So now find the drop. What is the drop across here? Drop across here is 4 into I. The drop across here is 2 into I, but it is entering at a minus, right? Oh, so okay, you got a minus here. Minus. Substitute in the equation. What you will get? Minus 10 plus 4I minus 8. Already you have a minus. Here you have a minus, so it will become plus 2I equal to 0. When you solve the equation, the answer is I equal to 3 amps. They are asking to find what is the V1 and V2. So 4 into 3, 12. Minus 2 into 3, minus 6. So this is a way to solve the problem. So now you go for the problem 4. Here they are asking to find what is the V0 and I in this circle. It's very simple. See, first you consider the current direction. See, always current direction is important. See, first we will find the drop across this 6 ohm resistor. It is entering at a minus, right? So what you will get? V0 equal to minus 6 amps. Now you find the KVL equation. Substitute here. Entering at a minus. Okay. So minus 12. Right. Minus 12. Then see here I don't have the polarity. So just consider plus minus. So plus 4I. Plus. Right. This is a plus 2V0. Minus 4. Already you have a minus, right? You have minus. Here you have a entering as minus, so it will become plus. So your equation changed to updated, right? This is adding. So minus 16 plus 10I minus 12I equal to 0. I equal to minus 8 amps. So this is an updated equation. See, actually what they are asking, we have found, right? Now they are asking what is a V0. So V0, they are asking for this resistor. That means 6 into 8 minus 48 voltage, right? Because here you have minus, here also minus. So this minus will become plus. So your drop is 48. Okay, I hope you understood. See, if you have any problems, right, you can just post to my mail. I will reply to your queries immediately. See, this is a very important problem. It's based on the current law. See, I'll I will revise the current law. What do you mean by current law? Sum of the current entry equal to sum of the living at the particular node. See, this is a node. See, now you say which is entering. 2 and 4 are entering. So 2 plus 4 equal to which is the current is living? 10 and I naught. So 2 plus 4 equal to I naught plus 10. So finally you got the equation I naught equal to minus 4 amps. See, come to the problem here. See, here you have a problem to solve. See, consider this is a node. They are asking to find what is the current in the node C and D. I will say for node A, see this 12 is leaving, this I1 is leaving, this 8 is entering. So I can write like 8 equal to 12 plus I1. Go for node C, this I2 is leaving, 9 is entering and this 8 is leaving. So two currents are leaving and one current is entering. I2 plus I8 equal to 9. Right, you got the equation. Third, say for D, I3 plus 12 equal to 9. Okay, so you got the equation, right? See, this is a way to solve this KCL problems. So by solving this, you will get the final current in the node. So I hope you understood. So we will solve the next problem. See, in this problem, I will say you need to find what is I1, I2, I3. You consider this is a node 1, this is a node 2, this is a node 3. Say for A, 2 plus, which is a living, this is living, right? So 2 plus 12 equal to I1, right? Say for B, 12 plus 12 equal to I2 plus 14. That is your equation. For node C, 14 equal to I3 plus 4 amps. That is the equation. See, you got this same equation here. When you solve, you will be getting the current terms. So very simple. So this is the practice problem. So you solve yourself. Okay. So if you have any doubt, I have given the answer also. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the next session. Okay. See, this is a problem 10. See, I'll just give the idea. You have to solve by yourself. See, this is a independent source. This is a dependent source. So first you should calculate what is the Vx. Okay, you apply the KVL. Okay, you substitute the, that is a dependent source. You will get the answer. Okay, first you should calculate the, I told you now, you calculate the dependent source. You will be getting 5i. Then apply the KVL. Then you find the I. Then substitute here this current term. So you will get the final answer 4.167. So I hope you understood. See, I will go for the very important topic, series resistor. This class we will discuss only the formulas. Next class we will see the problem from this series and parallel. See, in series resistance, I already told you na. I will say again. See, series means two resistors connected in the series. What do you mean by series? See. See, I will take the pen. See, the another resistance which is connected like this. See, what is the concept is, see, one end of the resistor is connecting to the another end. Here, very important to note is, here the current is common current for both the resistors. That is very important. But voltage across each resistor will be different. So that is a very important to understand. So this concept will be using in all subject in the electronics. Now you go to the parallel concept. See, consider you have two resistors in parallel. Here, important to observe, here voltage is common. The current is different. Here the look in the first element I1, the second element current is I2. Okay, this is a very important to understand. Now we'll go for the formulas. See here we need to find what is R equivalent. Okay, two resistors are in series. The formula is R equivalent equal to R1 plus R2. This is the logic for if you have n number of resistors also. Now I said right now, right, V1 and V2 will be different, so we need to find it with the concept of voltage division rule. Very important. There is a VDR. See, now we will calculate what is a V1. So V1 is very simple to calculate. The voltage source into corresponding resistance divided by sum of the total resistance in the circuit. Okay, that is V1 equal to your applied voltage is V divided by corresponding resistance divided by sum of the total resistance R1 plus R2. Same, come to the V2, the corresponding resistance R2 divided by R1 plus R2 into V. So that is the equation you obtained by voltage division rule. See, now you go for parallel resistor. In parallel resistor, I told you now the current will be different, but voltage will be constant. Okay. See, when two resistors are parallel, this is a way to find the equivalent resistor, that is 1 by R equivalent equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. This is the LCM, they taken the LCM for this equation. See, when you have a 2 resistor, 3 resistor, you can take a LCM. But when you go for a more number of element, it is making a trouble. Better you can follow this. Here the problem is, you are calculating here is 1 by R1, 1 by R2, 1 by R3. That is 1 by R equivalent. The final answer should be, you have to take the reciprocal. Then only we will get the R equivalent. You should be clear in that. Students mainly they are making the problem, that is a wrong here. So it should be observed clearly. That is a 1 by equivalent, your obtained answer. So you should take again a reciprocal. That will be a final answer. Okay, I think you understood. Then I can say it is a reciprocal of the series concept. See, now we will go for the current division rule. What is the current division rule? I told previously the voltage is same, the current is different. So I need to calculate what is the current in the individual element. How you will find? Very simple. That is a current division rule. So the total current is I. You have to look for the opposite resistor. What is the opposite resistor? R2. R2 divided by R1 plus R2 into your total current. You get what is the I1 current. So when you go for the, I will take the another pen to differentiate. Now you go for R2. You have to look the opposite resistance here. What is opposite resistance here? R1. R1 divided by R1 plus R2 into your total current. So this is a way to solve the voltage division rule and current division rule in the network. That is a topology. See, I hope you understood. If you have any doubts, we can discuss in the next session. I will put more practice problem. I will post in the Teams. Okay, thank you. If you have any doubt, you can send it.